These balance leads are atrocious with zip ties. Like, look at this one all by itself connected to the main negative and the main positive. This is a bad design. This balance lead has to be the worst one I've seen in months. There's a million better ways to do this. I was expecting more from this company, wow. So the foam on top of the cells has holes in it for the overpressure relief valves, but they're blocked by the BMS. Again, a bad design. Now the Bluetooth connection in the app was fantastic. I love that. I think it's the best on the market actually. What's interesting is this BMS has an option for heater pads, but they're not using it. Previously that cost so much that they would only put that in the heater pad models, but I guess that's so cheap now that they can put it in all of the models. Next, not a big fan of solder joints. They should have screw terminals like most of the other companies. But they did get it to the proper temperature. This looks like a good solder joint. Next, this BMS is rated for 160 amps. I tested it yesterday with 140 amps and had no issues. That's pretty much it for the BMS. Functionality, it did work well. Well, the QR code is intact and everything looks good on the outside, but whenever I see black, I always think they're re-sleeved because I found grade B cells that were re-sleeved with black. Now these are some peculiar cells. Usually you don't have them this long. So it's supposed to be 165 amp hour capacity, but when I did my capacity test, I hit 166 to 168. And usually on a brand new battery, you'll get more than that. And it showed on the app that these cells were balanced. So I was a little confused about that. And it doesn't show the capacity on here, unfortunately. So I'm asking the forum members if they know what these are. But yeah, the test results were not that great. What I was expecting was around 174 amp hours for brand new cells at this capacity. But it passed every capacity test. So technically it's not against the rules, but if it has a high cycle life count and it's pulling lower numbers on the first couple cycles, that's usually a bad sign. For example, the watt cycle battery cells, those were mislabeled. And he tested very similar to these. On the first few cycles, you'll always get more, and some manufacturers try to advertise for more capacity because of that, but that's not true. You have to use the actual capacity rated by the cell manufacturer. Now the straps and the insulation between the cells, all this stuff looks pretty good actually. But how they connect the BMS, I'm not a fan. That was just red flags all over the place. Especially considering the competition. These other battery manufacturers at this price point are incredible now, so you guys need to step up your game. Now let's talk about the things that I like. First off, the app and the Bluetooth connection was fantastic. I think it's the best out there. The app's interface and the information that it shows, and it doesn't show the cell voltages. It says that the cells are balanced because some people get obsessed with that, and I'd rather it just have a certain threshold to look for, and it'll say, okay, it's either good or it's bad. If it's bad, you need to return it, and that's it. Next, I'm glad they have a higher amperage BMS for this capacity battery. Sometimes they'll have like a 200 amp hour battery, and they'll have a 100 amp BMS. This one's rated for 165 amps. Next, the low temperature cutoff worked perfectly, and it worked quickly, and I like that. Next, I like the capacity. I like larger batteries. These 12 volt 100 amp hour batteries are so ridiculously small now. And this was very easy to lift, even if you're a senior citizen. I think we should focus on 200 or 300 amp hour micro batteries, because the 100 amp hour micro is just silly. It's just so ridiculously small. Now that these are so cheap, it's better off. It's actually cheaper to buy larger batteries, because then you can use less copper to hook them up to your system. But with a larger battery, we need a larger current capacity BMS. So you have to be mindful of that. Sometimes there will be a 300 amp hour battery and it can only output 100 amps. So be sure to check when you buy these budget batteries. That's about it. I really didn't like much else. Look at the competition and see what they're doing. There's lots of better designs that you could probably just copy. Also, temp sensor should be a ring terminal, not just glued on there. And this one wasn't glued on that well. The more glue I see, the more red flags I'm starting to find. This reminds me of the first Ampere Time batteries a few years back. But yeah, this is kind of antiquated. I think they just use this BMS for lots of batteries, and so they make a balance lead that works for these cells. Then they slap it on there however it can and then shove it in the box. But I like it when everything's designed for the box and designed for the cells, including the BMS. It's more professional. professional. Instead of having a million different capacities, just have a solid 200 and 300 amp hour and they would be fine. But most of these budget batteries have like 20 different sizes now. So I understand why for specific capacity group sizes, but I like to have some consistency in the build. And that's pretty much it for this video. It should be pretty cheap though. Redodo is pretty cheap. The prices keep changing every couple days though. So I'll have the price listed down here. They might give me a coupon code down below. And I'll also have some other batteries that I recommend that I really like the build quality on. So check out those links down below, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. See ya. Fast forward a week later and Redodo responded. This is a paid video, and a lot of companies think that they can pay for a positive review. And I don't think they've seen my videos. Every single video I try to find something wrong. That's why I do not sign sponsorship contracts. I don't have special deals. Every single video is whatever I come up with when I make it. There's no script. I open up the battery and we see what we can find. So when I criticized their design, they responded. They said that the BMS wiring with the clip-on connectors secured with the special adhesive, so what they're talking about is the balance cable and how it connects to the BMS, has undergone rigorous vibration and assembly testing to ensure that they do not affect the product's overall performance and quality. But I'm just talking about the design. Look at the competition. For example, my watt cycle review. Look at the design of the battery. There are metal cell holders. The balance cable is protected and organized nicely. The overpressure relief valves are not blocked. Also, they're not using solder on the BMS connections. They're using screw terminals. And if you just look at it, it looks fantastic. Like, I'm just saying that this is not the design that you want to see when you open up your battery. Functionally, it did work. It absolutely did. Also, the cells. I asked this company because I have a hunch that these are like 160 amp hour cells. I don't have proof of it because it pulled over 165, but when the cells are new and balanced, they should pull around 174 for this capacity. But I pulled a lot less. And personally, I don't know of any cells that are 165 amp hours. So I asked them, who makes them? And do you have a cell data sheet? Most companies provide this information whenever I ask for it. But Redodo did not. They said that it's proprietary information, even though none of these companies make these cells. It's like, come on, guys. But they said that they will not provide information about these cells. So I just have to take their word for it. I don't know what these cells are or who makes them, what the true cycle life rating is stated by the manufacturer. They just told me that they're 165 and that's it. And the most I got was 168. So if they did pass the test, but it should be pulling a little bit more. Even the super cheap budget batteries are pulling good numbers now. And technically, I don't see anything here that will not work. I'm just saying, look at the competition. And as a consumer, if I saw this and then I saw the watt cycle build quality, I would go with the watt cycle. So I'll leave it up to the viewer to decide. If you actually like this battery, then buy it. If you think everything else is better, then buy that. I don't really care. What do you think about this response from the company? I think these companies learn very quickly that they can't just buy a review from me. My job is to show you what's going on inside the battery. The choice is up to the consumer on what they want to do. You can't just buy your way into sales, in my opinion. These companies do not understand that this channel is for testing the batteries and finding issues. If you do well and you give me a better battery, like if you can give me a better battery than this, then it will sell. If you can't, then it won't sell. It's very simple. Now, what I want to see this company do is make a 300 amp hour mini, tell me what cells they're using, have a better build quality than watt cycle, and then I'll review it and everybody will love it because it's better. But if you don't have something that's better, then no one cares about it. No amount of money is going to improve your sales with batteries. The moment I get my hands on something, I'm going to show everybody everything I can find. Anyways, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you liked the teardown. It was super fun. I love tearing these things apart, and I hope you guys do too. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.